picking up wind or is it?
Yeah, do we need to push up? Ah, you're good. Perfect. And you're up.
Hi, everyone. Welcome
Hello,
to
hello.
USQ Cup 2025. This game is about to start. It's going to be Texas State Quadball on your left versus Virginia Quadball on your right. And I'm Lane.
Hi, it's AT here alongside Lane, and excited to get this game going. You'll have to bear with us as, hopefully it's not picking up on the camera, but we got the sun right in our
Yeah,
eyes,
you're
so
staring into
we'll be
very
trying
bright
our
sun.
best with jersey numbers and action, but um, hopefully this is still a good viewing experience for you.
Yeah. Just first looking at the rosters, it does look like Texas State Quadball has a deeper roster than Virginia. Virginia didn't bring, I think, as many people as they wanted to, but they also have that home field advantage. They're only an hour away from here.
Yeah,
And
coming in well rested.
yeah.
In previous nationals, coming to games that matter, they tend to utilize certain key players a little more than
Mhm.
others, so they have experience with a shorter roster. So
Yeah.
shouldn't be too much of a headache for them, but we'll see how it goes today.
I commentated on their game earlier. They crushed Mizzou in the quad ball game. Mizzou has some really good beaters. UVA's beaters are a little quicker. And in the quad ball game, it was just total UVA's game. They were connecting way more on passes, which maybe that'll change with the sun and the wind, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think UVA is one of those teams that if you can get dodgeballs down, their chasers can match anybody in the
Yeah.
field. And so we'll see what Texas State will have to say about that.
UVA is definitely a larger team physically, but they're playing Texas kids now, so
Yeah,
everything's bigger in Texas.
that's
That's
true.
what I hear.
What can you tell me about the people we see walking onto the field here?
I know Rhett. Rhett practiced with Aftershock last summer. Really speedy beater. I think last summer I was like, "Oh, you're gonna be great in a year," and he has now had that year of experience. That he plays a little bit smarter, but also like uses his speed a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
incredibly smart beater.
yeah,
Here with this beater pair, who is that coming out?
cannot tell in the sun.
Um,
But yeah,
17.
I feel like Rhett hasn't had a lot of rest today though. Has been on the pitch a lot of the game, so he might be pretty tired coming into it.
Okay.
We also see Emma Rollins as a chaser, who's a DA player and
Along
was
with
really
Sam.
killing it earlier as a ball carrier.
Yeah.
UT gave us some fun facts. Is there anything good about them?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at those beaters right here. We got 23. That will be Regardia, who's
And
a biology major.
and 34, I think.
Is that 34? Yep, Picasso.
I think
President
it's
of
awesome.
Texas State Quidditch, Quadball, and podcast host. So,
What podcast?
Small Hoop Podcast. So they do a lot of videos about like fun events that happen in the South. All right, here we go.
Brings
All
up
right.
Virginia contesting for the dodgeball and wins that race.
Yeah, it looks like Virginia has control and the
Nice.
quad ball.
Wow.
See what they can make happen with that.
Brett's not tired at all.
So
Let's see.
you got Texas State in somewhat of a 2-2, with one dodgeball. Makes sense. UVA's passing around.
They're using their backfield a lot more than they were earlier today. They've definitely adjusted.
Yeah, and here comes Rhett. Balls are down, but
Oh,
the quad
dodgeball's
ball's
on the
wrapped up.
ground.
And that's
Wow.
Avila with the tackle. Texas State keeper. And here we have a whistle. So a bit about the older Avila, David. He's a utility player, senior now, been playing for a while. Experience on Team Mexico and USDA Academy.
Wow. Lots of DA players on the field right now.
Yes,
This must be the top matchup of their pool.
yes, this will be a very important game in determining how matchups go tomorrow for bracket.
Yeah.
But both teams, I'm sure, came into this game thinking that they would come out of it on top. So this should be an exciting one. Ready?
I wanted to look at the pools and see if there were updated scores in here that we can find out kind of what is going on. So they are in Pool B, UVA and Texas State, with VU, Mizzou, and RPI. So let me see
Okay.
if I can get any updates on earlier game scores to know kind of what the outcome of this game will determine.
Sure. And just to remind listeners, 4 out of those 5 schools mentioned will go on to play tomorrow. Also on the field in the back with Texas State, we got Cat Hay as a chaser. And Looks like there's a little bit of a wrap up there. Should go to keeper, and it does.
So Texas State and Virginia have won both of all of their games today.
Yep.
Texas State has had 2 games, Virginia's had 3, and they have won all of them. So the loser of this game, it'll be their first loss of the day.
Okay.
They've beaten all the other teams.
Well,
So it's really 50-50.
let's set for 3 games today.
Yeah, they had just said 2.
Okay.
It only says 2 in the score sheet, but I'm sure that's just not updated yet.
All right, and here comes Nathan June running down, doing what he does best.
So
And there's a fast break.
we're on the sidelines. I'd really like the refs to designate the dodgeballs, but it's okay.
That's
We
all
don't
right.
pay the refs.
Yep, they're doing the best they can.
Who is making that fast break?
Nathan June. Yep. 77.
Yeah.
Very
77
physical
and
player,
7
doing well.
on UVA. The
Um,
sevens are just balling today.
up top, creating pressure with Zan. And here comes Chantal down the sideline, meeting the ball in the back.
Cool.
And Zen takes a chaser to the ground. And that should be a stoppage to confirm if that was contact from behind or not.
I saw a jersey pull, which
Okay,
this
possibly.
Texas State player is requesting, asking if their jersey is okay. I will say Virginia did a good job of forcing them to get the quad ball way back up to the front of the keeper zone. Way more than it would have been good for Texas to keep the ball really down the field. Texas still has a few options to pass to. They have a chaser high and a chaser deep who's kind of covered by Virginia's Chantal. And Emma Rollins is at hoops for Virginia. Well, who is this on Texas State?
That should be Izzy Ramirez. Yep. So Izzy's a senior, and has been playing on this team for a while.
77 keeping the pressure on. There was no call on the play.
I believe there was a call on the play. Zan is in the penalty box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The 77 and 7 numbers are.
Rhett with a great block.
Oh.
And a
7 with a great
throw?
block for Texas.
Yeah, I guess so. And
Yeah.
Texas State has control again.
Oh, that was major hops by 49 on Texas.
Not able to pull it through, but good offensive look there. And as we've seen in the first couple minutes, every position, every person has been tackling really well. And as I say, there's another one. June out of the tackle, fighting for it. And the keeper strips it.
Texas just strips it. That's like the second time they've stopped the play without dodgeballs.
Amazing lockdown defense from this Texas State team.
It is a football game.
Well, let's see if UVA can bring that same thing on their side. Texas State trying to attack from the back as well.
49 with the ball.
And
that was a great shot. That was the same thing they tried to do last time. They got like a foot of air with the jump and just dunked it through the hoops. Would have worked last time, but there was too much beater pressure, but the beaters kept Texas State beaters kept UVA beaters distracted.
Yeah, and that chaser was able to collect their feet and attack the hoops with some room to run instead of trying to jump up and dunk it.
Is there a card on the play? The goal is good. And it's a...
I believe that should be Ian Crow. 2021-22 Southwest Rookie of the Year, apparently.
Is that 49?
49.
Oh, they're not on this roster.
Oh, well, they're on my notebook, so
I just assumed that they were Eric Rye's 41, but nope, they just got a lot of people. Wonder if it couldn't fit on one page. It's going to be a blue card for Virginia that was negated by the goal. I'm not sure what player it's on.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not able to hear the HR that well from where we're sitting, but... So despite all the energy getting burnt on the field, the score is 1-1 with defense is getting a lot of good stops here.
Huge tackling game.
Yeah, UVA looking to bring the ball down behind.
Yeah, that might have been an attempt at a screen by UVA, which they definitely should utilize if they're just playing football.
Yep.
Oh, dodgeballs are tapped out. They're 2 on the ground for a second.
Rhett trying to use his feet there.
And Emma Rollins with a shot.
All right.
That goal is good. I
Zan
assume.
attempting to pressure a
Oh,
pushback, and Avila runs around. Oh, and there's a tackle back.
I love when a chaser makes a high press and their beaters are nowhere near them, but it's like, thank you for giving us time.
Yep, that's how
Yeah.
UVA defense tends to play. Just, oh,
Oh, Rat with a
there we
great
go.
block.
Ball should be down, and the press is successful. Jun running back
No.
and puts it through.
Oh, bit of a skirmish on the sidelines with 34 trying to throw back to designate themselves the inbounding beater, which you cannot do. But it still kept both of them out of the play, which I think was a detriment to Texas. 77 again with the high press. That was a long shot to nowhere. Well one. The game is definitely advancing very slowly, which you can probably hear from our energy. It's hot. We're in the sun. It's the end of the day. These teams have both had a lot of games.
And Rhett is out here,
Oh,
not letting any of that affect him.
yeah.
Running it down, putting balls on the ground, and we should expect the UVA drive in a second. Here comes Jun
77, John.
with a block. The ball comes out. Chantal
Yeah.
picks up that ball.
It's protected by a beater.
Rollins with the shot.
No.
A little bit over.
We'd love to see Chantal shoot a little bit more. I always love when women get the ball and just take it. You can be selfish, but that was a good move. Rollins is really good, so it makes sense to give her the ball. UVA chasers are playing really high pressure, and they have double dodgeball control. They're playing kind of a front back with Rhett high to make some shifty little moves. If I were Texas State, I'd be
Yep,
looking
right
for a
with another
point right
block.
here.
I'm not sure if Rhett's gotten hit all day.
Yeah,
Good pressure from Chantal here.
yeah. It
Jin
looks like
marking up Avila.
Texas State really could have cut in a little more before the pass was made.
And that should be a turnover. And there they go again. And Jun slows it down smartly, taking the reset
There were a lot of
and
ARs
getting it
hands
beat.
up.
Yeah, unfortunately, probably get something to snack on or something to do on your phone while you watch this game. There's going to be a lot of stoppages coming in.
Do you know this HR's name?
This HR should be Clark, I believe. Okay. Brandon Clark. From Florida? Orlando. Yes,
Florida.
there we go.
Illegal contact by a Texas State player. Contact to the neck.
And that should give the ball back to June.
So that's 53, a beater.
That would
Yeah,
be McCall, engineering major.
should be a double dodgeball turnover and the quad ball. Brett is looking for the ball.
Rhett likes talking to referees. He's always looking to sharpen his knowledge on
See.
the rule book, I guess. And Rollins bringing down the ball, passing it
Oh!
off.
Oh, that was a beautiful kick beat by 13 on Texas State.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh, that was so unexpected. It almost caught it too, but I think he was just so shocked by the beat.
Yeah, amazing play. And Texas State chaser and keeper are having a little.
Carly. Oh, Rhett catches 13's ball. Oh, and then gets beat
Wow.
again. 13 has beat Rhett twice now. We just said, has he been beat all day? 13 said, I'll do that. Yeah, Texas State, their diamond looks good. They just need to make some cuts. Yeah, let's go. Oh my God.
Yeah, and in the backfield here, probably off camera to you viewers, Brandy Gomez has been holding down 2 dodgeballs while their partner is in the box. Now finally forced to only have 1 as we get another whistle.
Yeah, and that one dodgeball is pretty far away from the quad ball. I'm expecting Jen to score right here. Do we know the score? I can't really see.
Score, I believe, should be 4-1.
4-1 Virginia.
Yes. Oh, 3-1, sorry.
Do we know the game time? Is quad ball 1 on there?
Okay. As we coming up to 7 minutes here,
Only 7.
looking at only 4 goals on the game so far. Zan pressuring in for another press. Here with Joey Bay beater, uh, Joey Bay moving to beater this season and excelling at it, being quite all over the place at all time.
Yeah.
Just subbing into the game here to try to help with that press.
I don't know what we're adjudicating. Oh, I see a lot of dusty pollen blowing through the air. Between that and the sun, it is good southern conditions out here,
Yeah,
which I think both these teams are prepared for,
I'm sure they have.
which is also maybe why they've crushed their opponents today at BU and RPI. They're ready for this southern heat. And Mizzou. Yes, Mizzou is too. 7 is about to score. San Siddiqui. Texas is looking to play some football. Oh,
And
and
successfully get
did
the ball.
it. That was 49 on Texas, doing some linebacker moves, just getting really low and stopping that drive.
Yeah, it's incredible thinking about how many stops Texas State has gotten, but the score is still 3-1,
Yeah.
which means that UVA's getting a lot of looks.
Oh,
Hopefully Texas State can turn that around on this offense.
looks like Texas beater pulled a jersey and immediately debroomed himself, was going back to hoops. To me, that'd be no harm, no foul, but maybe the refs are gonna call something else I didn't see.
Yeah, and while we're taking a look at the field, I'm looking over at the UVA side. We got 17 Pritchett at beater. Not someone we've talked about yet, but still certainly making her presence known on the field.
Has had a ball in her hand almost the entire time,
That's true.
which is really useful for Virginia when Texas wants to play football. They can't run up on defense because while Rhett might be doing his stuff up high, 77 Nathan John illegal contact. It's a yellow. But yeah, about Anne Marie Pritchett just has been locking it down so that they can't fast break on D, which is really crucial.
Yeah, why don't you drop some comments in the chat about how many cards you think we're gonna get this game?
How many have there been so far? Maybe
I
three
think
or
there have been
four?
3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be more than goals.
We'll see. Let's check Quadball on that. Yes, go ahead and check out quadball.one. That's ONE in order to find out more and keep up to date with all the latest information. There's Gomez coming in with a wild throw, misses, but still gets the ball back, while Texas State's able to score due to that beater distraction.
All right, Texas State has dodgeball control, and they're looking to play really high at midfield while UVA subs. They want to take advantage of that line switch,
And I
fresh legs that
suspect now that
aren't.
that has happened, they'll probably fall back. Got Dan O'Connor with the ball, back to Riley Moraes. Ooh,
Oh,
and a push
just
over. That shouldn't
slammed
be
to
a
the ground.
reset.
Emma Rollins. HR has their hand up.
And
Oh, that was a great block.
amazing interception by
Yeah.
Kat Hay there. But unfortunately, Texas State will have had a card for a whip tackle or some
Yeah,
sort of throw.
definitely looked like a lip tackle.
5 goals, 5 cards from our in-house statistician over here.
Keeping it nice and even. Just like both these teams' records today. Neither one's going to lose. Both of them are going to put cards on the board. Yeah! Woo! Okay, so that was illegal contact on Roland. So the ball's back in her hands.
And
Oh,
Rolls
good
gets
pass
beat.
to John, but it was just a little over. Hate to see a chaser overthrowing.
Yep. Now we have Rachel Brook in for UVA at beater, taking those minutes up, while Texas State runs in for a drive, gets wrapped, breaks the wrap. Friendly fire.
Oh, hello. All right, we've got some really heated players from Heat over here.
Supporting their younger players with what they may feel is justified, but what we don't want to see on the field
Yeah,
regardless.
like we said, the refs are trying. We might not agree, but we can be civil. All right, so where are
Well, Texas
oh,
State going
13
for
pressing
control
really high. That's
and
Brandy
a
Gomez again. Brandy Gomez has been one of their most successful
successful
leaders.
press.
Wow.
Amazing. Joey Bay running get a ball.
Wow, there are two bludgers rolling
Brooke
way
getting the
off
ball.
pitch. So this scramble on the ground is gonna go on for a while so they can get bludgers back. That whole press was number 17 on Texas, Brandy Gomez.
Brandy Gomez.
But Virginia comes out of it with bludger dodgeballs. It is quite a slow game. I feel like every offense, everyone is just walking, which they I mean they're saving their energy to hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And as the quad ball comes down the field, just like take a moment to look at that one cloud in the background that looks like the island of Puerto Rico, in an otherwise empty sky.
Shout out Puerto Rico.
Anyways, back to the game.
Oh,
Avila takes a shot,
that was
goes
in there.
through.
Who shot that? Two?
Avila, yep. Maybe I should be using first names. We'll see if his younger brother
Preferred nickname
Dadrian
was
comes in.
Deuce.
Oh, that's right,
Do they
known
have
as
a sibling
Deuce.
pair on their team?
Yes,
Wow, two sibling pairs on the Texas State team.
I believe so.
Nice. Mizzou also had a sibling pair on their team. How fun. A two-handed push.
With another card.
Yeah, that's on Brandy Gomez.
Texas State certainly having the upper hand on the spectators here.
Yeah.
UVA not really having, despite having the home crowd. Um, I guess most of the affiliated teams are busy playing games, but
They've also, Texas State has got their support from Heat, and I don't know what club team is around Charlottesville, Virginia, if any.
well, they have other App 5 teams as well as
Yeah.
DCQC,
DCQC, I guess, would be the closest.
but I believe those teams might be playing or roughing. As UVA goes around the back to Rollins,
And then it was passed to Virginia player 79, and it was tackled out of them. Oh, that was crazy, crazy net contact by the Virginia player. That if that doesn't get called, that's a little wild. And twice in size, man. Lots of chatter from the crowd. Oh, Red doesn't get beat. So that means, oh my God, Texas State is down a beater. Oh, a shot before getting beat, but it doesn't go in.
down to Hay. Hay gets beat.
There is a dodgeball way in the back corner that no one's going for. Oh, Texas State
They
has to
should be
run
able to
for
run.
it. UVA is
A
a
little
shoe
move and a
and
floater.
easy.
Floater from 19, I believe that should be Walsh. Not on our sheet, but hopefully I'm
Yeah,
getting that
that
name
sounds
right.
right. There definitely was a Walsh on the picture.
Yeah. Shout out. I mean, asking Virginia, get some names on your jerseys. I love the color combination, but
Yeah.
hopefully
They do
get more
have names
recognition.
on some of them,
Do
but
they?
they're very small, and
Oh.
some of them are
Okay. Well,
mixed,
maybe I need
which
new glasses.
makes sense that some of them are mixed up.
And there's another turnover.
All right. Beater duels keep happening with a trade just being equal in both directions, which is fun. Love to see beaters throwing their dodgeballs, making, trying to make things happen.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see. There's a lot of beater duels at mid pitch and on UVA's side of the field. But when UVA is on offense going down to Texas State, seems like it's only one or two throws, and then that's where they make their score.
Yeah, when you're playing football, I think you have to help your chasers out as a beater.
And there's a hit on Moraes as Texas State picks up and runs.
Oh, beater down, and Rhett makes a last minute throw attempt, and Texas puts it through the hoop. 49 and pro.
We have
Yeah,
over here.
Texas State
Perfect.
gave us a fun little commentary book. Yeah, there's a cloud of pollen and dust enveloping Virginia.
I think that's from the gravel that's on the sidewalk,
Yeah,
which not sure why you had gravel sidewalk in a windy open field, but
there might be a
I didn't
question
design this place.
the dodgeball that was thrown. I think it was thrown by UVA's Rhett as like a last ditch attempt, and now it's far off pitch. If it is off
Um,
pitch, they could teleport to it, but I'm not sure exactly where it is.
it's
The
right at the
AR
end, I
has
believe.
left their
Yeah.
pitch to go tell the HR something. So 4-4, tied game. I don't know what time it is, but probably around like 8 minutes.
While we're taking a minute to breathe, let's see who we have new on the field. Looks like Nate Targonski is in for Texas State.
Just about to say number 10. And Izzy Ramirez has definitely been making some plays, getting in there, putting hands on the quaffle.
Yeah,
A lot of times.
believe she might have been in the whole game so
Mhm.
far. Unless maybe a
Just
short break.
impressive with a very deep sideline.
Yes. We'll see
Game time
how
is
things
12
go game on.
minutes.
It looks like Avila subbed out and back in at beater this time, looking to make a play happen for control, and gets it while UVA is attempting to keep their offense alive.
This passing is crisp. It was tipped off by the keeper, but is it a call for beater play? I don't understand why that call was made, but
I believe Targonski was able to push Moraes out of the line,
yep,
boundary line.
boundary. That's what
Pass off with a delayed dunk. Yep, that should be the Texas State Rookie of the Year from the previous season, apparently. We can see why on that play.
Oh,
Rhett gets beat after a hezzy.
fourth through a beat and it just hit the ground. That's Kaylee Newman. That's tragic when it happens, but she's back in the game right away.
Yeah.
And is pressing these chasers.
There we go. Walsh with the ball. Up to Siddiqui.
I love Virginia's passing right next to us.
Yes. Makes it easy to see. Nice and crisp passes. No chance for interceptions on this play. As Rhett gets beat again with a snipe from David.
Dodgeball and dodgeball. That sounded like rubber to me, but sure.
And another on Zan, who seems to still be playing. Maybe they didn't get beat.
Oh, 4. Kaylee Newman. These Texas State Quadball beaters are excellent at defense.
Absolutely. They've been able to turn this game around from a 3-1 start UVA to a 5-4 lead for Texas State.
I think they get a little bit scared when Virginia high presses them when they're on offense, but on defense, Texas State beaters are doing great.
David playing some honest dodgeball there.
Again.
And you can hear the sideline cheering for that goal.
So
well
now
played by
it's
them.
very quick.
Ooh, with a kick beat and a catch from Krovitz to regain control for UVA.
UVA doing the same passing, just an easy box offense.
With a shot on middle who goes through from that should be Matt Steelberger. Okay, haven't seen him too much this season, but let's see if he can get some numbers up today.
Who does Virginia have in his keeper? Oh, I see. They have Zan Siddiqui and his keeper playing a really high point while they're using Matt Steelberg as their hoops defender. Texas State has very quickly gotten up 2 points.
A lot of momentum here.
Yeah.
Let's see what UVA can do to stop it.
Yeah.
With double miss from both beaters at midfield.
So now they got to chase these balls, which is hard at the end of the day in this heat.
Let's see if UVA
Brett
can
trying to make a hit on Katie Newman, forces her out of the play.
There's a goal, and we're going the other way.
Fast break.
With a missed shot.
T-bar just under.
Amazing beater pressure from Pritchett again.
Yeah.
And it looks like Rhett has gone down for a leg injury. I hope that's just a little sting for him and not something more
Yeah.
serious. We'll see what happens.
Seen a few Charlie horses today. It's really hot and people are, it's hard to hydrate enough when it's this humid.
Absolutely. Looks like he's been able to get up under his own power, but that will force out an injury sub.
Refs are out here fixing the hoops, which I believe were built last night. Just pretty crazy to me. I've built hoops and bases before, and it has taken a full day and sometimes 2 days. So shout out to Melton and Duran and everyone who helped work on those bases.
Yes, sir. All right. David getting some tappies in, misses on the ball carrier, but that's still a turnover as Izzy Ramirez is off room. Everyone's off room. And Texas State
Yeah.
retains control of the quad ball.
UVA is very quick to tag back in.
Yep. On defense, we got Joey Bay at beater. I believe Sabrina Berry is in on hoops as a chaser.
Texas State looking for the screen off the big hoop, but it's a shot on the
And
small hoop.
that says no good by HR.
That's rough because Chaser 11 for Texas State, Claire Elias, was setting a really good screen on that hoop, on the medium hoop on the right, but it was shot to the left.
Yep. As long as you're able to repeat some good looks, eventually they'll fall. So
Yeah.
we'll see if they can bring that back on the next play. Now Steelberg carrying the ball at the top. As
Ooh,
Peter play goes on. Alley-oop. That misses.
great.
Up.
Zan Siddiqui is hustling back on defense.
Oh, it doesn't miss. That was a good goal.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Very nice.
And it's just that
And
UVA got back on defense so quick we didn't even realize.
And now Texas State with control and the quad ball.
There is a lot of balls on the ground right now. A lot of players asking for calls and refs not making them. So let the kids play, I guess. Oh, that was
And
the top hoop.
shot through the top hoop while tackled by two players. Yeah, that's a solo effort right there. Thanks to what the beaters were able to accomplish. Yeah, UVA's been able to keep it a little bit even after that big momentum swing, but it seems like Texas State might be looking to take control of the game here.
Yeah, we're coming up on 18 minutes, so I think Texas State's going to try really hard to keep control of these dodgeballs. Oh, wow.
And this should be a run in the other direction.
Ball out of the hoop. That was crazy. That was Deuce Avila.
As there's a tackle attempt. Texas State moving the ball around
Yay.
with an interception by Siddiqui without any beater pressure on that play, as Siddiqui is deciding whether or not to run for it.
Yeah.
And there he goes.
Stopping
Put that
that
in.
offense was all Joey Bay. Joey Bay was putting really high pressure and is looking to do it again.
Siddiqui looking a little gassed as he walks back.
I'd be too if I was playing like him.
We'll see what he's able to accomplish with the one-person press here. UVA in their classic 1-2-1 defensive setup. Not many other schools able to pull this off.
Yeah, trees has been much more of the meta this year. But I think UVA has a lot of like large bodies that they're able to block any hoop.
Yeah, and that
The tall people.
with that 1-2-1 one chaser behind hoops, they're able to try to put pressure on that behind the hoops pass, creating a turnover like we just saw.
Yeah.
Now UVA coming down with control.
They have control at 19 minutes. So I think we're going to see UVA try and prolong this offense as much as they can.
Especially since score is also tied up.
Yeah. That means that the flag runner game is going to be really exciting. Because both these teams really want to catch. They're both undefeated today, and they want to keep it like that. Wow, lots of dodgeballs in the air.
Jim working.
Yeah.
Making space and puts it through. With a whistle.
Joey Bay was working in that play. Kaylee Newman was working in that play. There was a lot going on. We're still paused at 1940, so that wasn't last possession.
Okay.
Even if this is a good goal, that'll put UVA up one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think these are Newman's first minutes in this game.
They had a
Coming
small
in at
shift before.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. So, Um,
But
seems
yeah.
like a first year on this team.
Yellow card for play after beat. I'm not sure which side's beater this is on. Number 33,
On Texas State.
play after beat. They're on Radcliffe. I think that the goal ref is indicating that the goal was good by UVA, which would then negate this Texas State Chasers time in the box. But I don't
Unless
see that goal
the
being
play
called at
after
all.
beat was after the goal, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
that's what happened. We'll see. Texas State's speaking captain seems to enjoy talking, or at least talking to the refs. Almost every stoppage, they've been able to come in and
Yeah.
say their piece. On the other side, David Littleton has been notably absent from ref huddles, which has been pleasantly surprising.
UVA does look like they have a lot of assistance on their sidelines from some Warriors players, which is nice. Community.
Right. So as we get back to what we have, we got Bay and Pritchett with, sorry, not Pritchett. That should be Rachel Brook with control for UVA. And Texas State looking to bring down the ball as uh, Deuce carrying down the ball.
You can hear Texas State saying on the sidelines that they should drag out this offense, which is what I thought UVA was going to do last time.
Well, it looks like they're trying to kill that penalty with a
Yeah.
chaser in the box. We'll see if that helps. Joey Bay with the great snipe and able to get the
That
ball back.
throw by zero was not
An amazing block by Jun, sending it over to Steelberg.
right. Now it's 20 minutes.
Now it's 20 minutes. We're going to pause here for a second, let our commentators take a little breath. All right, welcome back. This is the 20-minute stoppage
Danny,
for
are you SR? Are you SR? Oh. Helping. Oh, I was looking forward to
we
you
love when
SRing.
refs come to help us. Um, Anyways, for our viewers at home, we have 8-8 here for UVA versus Texas State. Set score 150 as Zan Siddiqui and I'm not sure who that is. Is that Izzy Ramirez coming in to seek? And looks like UVA has control and quad.
Yeah, I'm guessing these teams are going to put their bludgers heavy control on Flag Runner.
Yeah,
Try and get that catch in with the game being so close. Set score is 150. I don't know much about this Flag Runner. I saw them warming up a lot, so I think they're ready for this very close matchup.
And as Jun runs it down on the medium hoop there on the right side, puts through. Oh, Sam makes the catch, and the beat comes around the same time.
Yeah,
We'll see how timed that
might have
is.
impeded as well.
Yeah, that snitch definitely went down. We'll see what the refs
But we'll
determine the
see if
order of
the
events are.
catch was made before they went down.
And if the refs get it wrong, let us know in the comments. Not that they ever get it wrong, but
Never. That's why Janica's here.
absolutely. That was a very quick little turnaround. I believe
Yeah.
UVA scored, and then if they also are getting this catch, that'll be a 40-point
Yeah.
swing.
So that would put them at
Should be
140.
125.
Oh no.
80
It says they have
plus.
10 right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so UVA just ran the score up to 10. So if this catch is good, they only need one goal to end this game.
Okay, and they've sent Zan back to hoops. No good. All right, as Rhett tries to make sure the seeker gets no looks. Oh, I apologize. That's not Izzy Ramirez at seeker. That is Bao Hong.
That is not someone who I've seen get minutes.
No, I
This
believe
game,
this is his
so
first time there.
speciality seeker.
Yeah, played for Team Vietnam.
Oh,
As there's a scuffle
the
and
tail
the
fell
tail
off.
fell off. Okay.
Yeah, I think that these college seekers don't know yet that they shouldn't split the snitch. It makes it worse for both of them, and more likely your
Yep.
opponent will catch if you are both trying at the same time to grab.
Okay, well that's a Danica.
So it looks like that an AR has been calling the blue seeker beat, and 8 grabbed the tail of the flag runner before there was a 3-second countdown to begin the seekers being able to advance.
But
So
that does not make those seekers immune, which Texas State 8 got beat during that countdown and assumed that they were immune due to that, but that is not the case. So this catch should also be called off.
yeah.
We'll see what they say.
A classic double no good catch in a really tight game.
Yeah, like you said, I think seekers looking for 50-50s here. Probably not the best idea.
Yeah.
But we'll see what they do.
Other problem? Sunglasses.
Probably know these play.
Okay, then yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do seeker.
Okay.
We'll see if this is called off. We have a lot of HRs on the pitch right now. I know at least 3 of them are HR certified. So you know that this game is
Getting
heated and
serious.
intense.
Yeah, I've seen Brandon Clark HR a lot of games during the
Yeah.
season, but I'm not sure how much HRing experience the rest of Orlando gets to have given the limited tournaments they're able to play.
Yeah.
So, or not HRing, just like, ref in
Yeah.
general.
Now we have
But
2 gameplay directors on the sidelines. So
yes, this
ready
is
for
a lot.
appeals of any calls.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It looks like 8 is off room and will be sent back.
All right.
The same way Zan was sent back a little bit earlier. Now,
Once again, Texas
Jun
State.
77 UVA's got the quad ball on the left side here. Rhett right next to him with the dodgeball, and
Texas State
State
is
is
submitting an appeal. They really want that catch to be called good.
I
That
appreciate
gameplay knew
that
this was
effort.
gonna happen.
I appreciate that effort, but I think from our angle it's pretty obvious that 8 either just didn't realize they
Yeah.
were beat or something.
It's my unprofessional opinion that that catch was no good.
Yeah, but I understand why they did appeal.
Yeah.
As someone who on the side of submitting 2 successful appeals today,
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate what the technology
What
that
was
makes
your
that
second
possible.
appeal? I know Chaos made one during the Lost Boys game.
Yeah, KS made an appeal during the Lost Boys game. That was our second appeal, or
Okay.
that was my personal first appeal,
Okay.
and then the second appeal was during a JMU game.
Mhm.
Somebody shot at middle hoop. It got blocked and deflected, and one of the side refs thought that it got deflected into the small hoop, which is a crazy
Interesting.
angle.
Yeah, I would think if you're
And
deflecting the ball on your own defense, it's going to go into the same hoop that you're trying to guard. Very quick appeal. Thank
very
you, gameplay. So decisive. Love to see it.
all right. Back to the field we go. Let's see if Texas State can't tag in and come back quick to make another catch. This time before getting beat.
Jacob Ellis running up to the field. Yet another HR come to join this crew.
Yep. While the spectators might not be many, the HR certainly have
Yeah.
seemingly nothing better to do.
Okay. Oh, eight was looked like they were getting ready to seek, but no, they are off broom. So
And plays restarted. Deuce contesting high, trying to get Seeker, and misses, giving Zan about probably 10 seconds
you
here.
know
Will he be
that
able to
feels
catch that?
so bad as a beater. Oh,
And
and
he
they
does! Amazing!
as a
That's
beater.
what happens
Gosh.
when you miss.
I
Oh
have
my
been
goodness.
there. You make that one bad beat, which happens all the time in the game, but when it's just before the snitch catch, oh, it's so tragic. I feel for that beater. But that was a very good catch.
That was
Very
amazing.
clean.
I know I said I'd throw snitching to you, but that was.
That was too
I saw that
exciting.
coming.
Too
I saw that
exciting.
coming.
Yeah.
You can tell I call that. Let's see what's going on in the quad ball game. HR is carrying that quad ball over, so we might not see who that's gonna get handed to.
It looks like there's going to be some sort of dodgeball contention up.
Between Gomez and Krovitz over here.
Yeah.
Okay. And where are the other balls? I guess Deuce was able to get back his ball already.
Yeah.
Wow. With Joey Bay without a ball, probably looking to contest that as well.
So even if UVA gets this quad ball, there's going to be a beater behind them looking for a snipe.
Where's the third?
That's so true.
Where is
Oh no, there's two by Gomez
Oh,
and
there's two
Horvitz.
by
Yeah.
Gomez and Krovitz. There we go. Well, that's probably going to mean one team is going to get both of those.
Yeah.
As Rhett squares up to kick back. And Rhett should be able to send both of those balls back, given that his partner Joey Bay does not have possession of that ball.
Oh, and there's already one on the ground. Let's see if Rhett is going to go for a throw and then a kick.
Maybe just a tappy if Gomez isn't expecting it. We'll see.
He could do something really fun and just throw it in the air, kick the red one,
No,
catch his own ball.
Yeah.
The person I've seen that do that the most successfully is Max Havlin. So
Okay.
that takes a lot of years of practice to get that throw in the air to yourself while you deal with another bludger. But it's really fun to see.
Let's see what happens. On the flag runner side of things, the flag runner has reflagged. Wow. And a red card given for a broom throw.
Is that a straight red card?
That is a straight card.
Dangerous play for number 8. It is a straight red
That
card.
is extremely unfortunate, given that that was their
Yeah.
first couple minutes playing. However, cards have to
Yeah.
be cards, and we stick to those rules.
Yeah.
So, given that it's a red card, that'll be 2 minutes regardless of any scoring, which means that UVA should have a lot of time
Yeah.
with the snitch unless the
And that UVA can put their dodgeballs right back on quadball game without having to worry about tapping
absolutely.
on a
And
seeker.
unfortunately, because of that red card, Huang will have to exit the playing area. And it looks like these beaters will make a bubble for their
All right,
seeker.
let's go, Chantal, with a shot. Shot from behind on the hoops. That was Chantal for UVA. UVA, I can't see the scoreboard quite, but they are getting inching closer and closer to set.
I believe it should be 11-9 right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Danica. Can you, sorry. Can you ask Eric Rose to move it? Right here. And there's the catch from UVA.
This catch is good.
Is this the fifth catch of the game? Possibly.
Fourth,
Not sure.
maybe? Yeah, there's
Something like
definitely
that.
been a lot. So props to this flag runner for getting caught, but not quite.
All right, and with that, that should put UVA at next goal wins, while Texas State will have to fight to get 6 before UVA gets that one.
Which, if they play the slow defense they were playing early in this game, they definitely have a
Absolutely.
shot.
Yes. Um, we'll see what they're able to do.
Yeah, it's hard to make that adjustment though after player getting a red card and just tensions being high. It's hard to adjust.
And that's a sign of a HR who has been doing a lot of work today.
Yeah, that voice
That
is
voice
lost.
is
So
really breaking
UVA
out.
is finally using their timeout, I think.
This might possibly just be an icing attempt as
Mm,
UVA looks to just finish the game and
yeah,
maybe shake the mental on the other side of the
yeah.
field.
Timeout would also allow them to sub in completely fresh people to finish this last play.
Absolutely, just get
Yeah.
good batteries in. Let's see what we have here.
This pitch is lucky. The sun is going down really in neither of their faces, but maybe a little bit more to the detriment of Texas State.
Yeah, actually, surprisingly, I think we've had a good enough experience being
Yeah.
able to see our players. Hopefully, the camera's been able to do that job for you as well. I'm excited to see what decisions are being made out of this huddle, who gets sent out to finish the job.
Yeah. Already see 10 walking in. Oh no, 77. Sun got me.
Texas State not letting that swing of momentum dampen their mood at all. That huddle sounding very loud and
Yeah.
excited. Always good to see.
So interestingly, Texas State doesn't look like they made that many subs. They kept Ramirez in, they kept Gomez in.
Avila still at beater.
Yeah. So
Ramirez at chaser.
they are just trusting their top line.
Yeah, it looks like they've been
Yeah.
for a majority of the game. Same thing on the UVA side as well. We got
Yeah.
Chantal, Emma, and Sabrina down low, with Krovitz and Bay as beater pair, and Jen up top. See what pressure Jen's able to put on that passing, as Gomez
Taps
is looking
out,
for.
Rollins on the hoop. So there was an opportunity for a shot there, but Texas State didn't finish it. Rollins is so quick with her tag back-ins. That was good.
Good middle shot from Targonski there. Putting it through. Seems like it's their second or third goal of the game.
Oh,
As there's
another
a beater stoppage
Boy,
from the other side of the field.
both beaters were on the ground. 10 is in possession of the dodgeball currently, but
And they're hugging it out, I think.
yeah,
No bad blood there.
I think that Texas State beater knew he's off broom and it'll just be back to hoops. So let's speed this up, refs. Roland's definitely making calls to try and finish this game.
Yep, Rollins known as that playmaker for UVA, leading that offense for the past couple of years now, a grad student.
Yeah.
Um, we'll see what she can cook up for this team here.
The super seniors are always such a good pull. All
Oh, and
right.
it looks like
Rhett is getting a card for illegal contact from behind
okay.
on Gomez.
I assume so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be interpositional.
Yeah.
Um,
So it is
14 to 10, set score 15.
145 to 10. UVA needs 1 goal.
They need one more goal?
Yeah. Texas State needs 4.
They got it. Texas State needs 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's a stop.
Casting it.
YouTube like live streaming it? Yeah.
Yes.
We're on the mic. Like outside. No, you good. You good.
Texas State, these really crisp passes up high. I feel like we've seen a lot of just
Absolutely.
passing back and forth today while chasers wait for beaters to make something happen.
Yeah, just to here
Oh, it
comes
was
Jun on the fast
stolen.
break, and this might be the end of the
Might
game.
be it.
Oh, ankles down,
Oh.
and a great hit on Jun also. And there's a shot, and that should be the game.
That should be the game.
Checking with all the ARs.
Yeah. If anything, it was slightly dangerous by Texas State. It looked like an ankle
And
grab,
very
but that
true to
didn't
nature.
even that
Very
didn't
true to
even
nature.
bother
UVA should
Jun.
be finishing the game on a fast break
Yeah.
like they do. That'll wrap it up from us. You got anything to add?
Yeah, no, that's it for me. So that was Texas State's first loss of the day. They still have games tomorrow, but they're definitely frustrated by this.
Yep, UVA should be in a great place heading into bracket tomorrow.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll sign off. Thank you for tuning in. This is
Bye.
AT and
Lane.
all right.